Hello and welcome back. Today we're gonna keep on working on the moped that we've been streaming for the past maybe 3 days. Just as I do with every stream, just 5 minutes. Let me show you this moped that we've been working on first, if this is your first time. So this is the moped and these are the reference images. And this is part of a bigger project. And basically what I'm trying to do here is do some what I call or what's called creative explorations, which is technically just following my curiosity for maybe 1 or 2 hours per day, just to see how will this lead to some sort of a creative living maybe in the future. And I'm documenting all of this on my social medias in addition to my Patreon. Everything's for free. The membership is just for support. In here we do like creative studies where we read books and academic materials related to creativity and we summarize them. This time I'm reading something called a book called Big Magic, and I'm preparing posts for it that are gonna be available pretty soon. And in the terms of visual arts, the thing that I'm interested in, I'm studying world building, storytelling, and composition. And with reference to that, we did also on stream sketches about scenes that you see if you're taking right through my city. This is just as a practice for if you want composition and like drawing in perspective. Later on, we're gonna extend this to studies of genres. Maybe we're gonna do some dysfunctional fantasy to see how can we implement these kind of elements of fantasy to an existing scenario. Of course, with a lot of the changes, we're not gonna do it the same. And on my Patreon also, you'll find the backstory of all of this, the hierarchy of the country, and also you can find a lot of assets that are related to computational art that I'm doing, PSD files, this style that we are working on right now, which is 3D sketching. And you can also download it all for free. Please feel free to grab whatever you like and leave me a comment for whatever you want. Anyways, so first let me mute my WhatsApp. All right, check that everything's working fine. All right, so for the past 2-3 streams, I don't know, maybe 3 streams, we've done a lot of progress on this. Again, I'm not interested in creating all of these shapes. That's not the point, or to be like exactly the same for what's happening in here. I did something else completely. That's also fine. This is part of a bigger scene, or it's gonna be used in bigger scenes, just like if you have seen in the sketches. This is one of them. We're gonna do a lot of different mopeds, so that's not the only one, or scooters. So for now, I think we're almost done. I'm gonna get... My dog is fighting the neighbors. She's not happy. Let me put my stream in here so I can see where is my face in relation to the reference images. All right, so first thing, I want to finalize this. I'm not sure if I want to add this. This looks too fancy for what we have in here in terms of motorcycles. So let's just clean up the shapes a little bit now. The modeling in here needs some cleaning up. As you can see, I'm trying to keep it to a minimum. So Control Tab, Sculpt Mode, F to increase the brush, and Shift to smooth things out because it looked a bit rough around the edges. So just smoothing the topology if you want. All over. There's a construction site next to us. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it on stream. Hopefully not. It's a bit annoying. Anyways, back to edit mode. Alt Z for the X-ray vision or the transparency view or whatever. I don't know what it's called technically. So just making sure. I'm thinking because this was supposed to be pushed inwards. but something happened that made it look like this. So I'm gonna scale on the Z 0. I'm gonna move upwards also on the Z. I'm gonna rotate it and I'm gonna move it back down just so we can clean it up a little bit from whatever mess. Even though it's not gonna show, it still bothers me. Okay, so back to that. So first tab, maybe 1, so we can see the vertices, and let's should we separate? So instead of, so I think, okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm talking to myself, I know. I think what I'm gonna do is separate the back end from the front piece, so when I'm doing a cut, it doesn't have to go through all of this. But maybe we don't need to go to cut everything right now. So maybe just this part will do. So press C, the mouse scroll for the size of it, and I think we have to grab all of this, which I'm not very happy about. Oh, that's messed up. I'll fix it. I'm not really happy about disconnecting this now, but let's do it. I don't think it's the right move right now to do. We'll see. But first, let's clean some of this mess. That self-made mess. Okay. And this is the side of it. This. Okay, so Alt Q to select the object in edit mode. Control R, so we can have a new loop cut. Okay. You know what? Let's undo all of this. Let's keep it as one piece. So this is still one piece. I have a different idea. That's what happens when you're streaming all of this, not doing it off stream and then editing it. This is usually how we work in real life. Spiky, relax. She doesn't like our neighbors. Okay, GY. That's completely messed up. Let's clean the topology. I haven't noticed what's happening in here. Okay, I think we can dissolve all of these edges. And we can dissolve all of these edges as well. X, dissolve edges. And now, let's connect this to this. And maybe we can do this to this, to this, and then connect it right here. And push these on the Y backwards. G, Y, G, Y. All right. Some more cleaning up. Okay. Where was I? Okay. So what I'm trying to do now is to duplicate the whole thing, Shift D, right click. Now what I can do is tab and select in tab mode number 3. I can pick these. I can Control I, X, delete all the faces. Object mode, now I have this. I can go to edit mode and vertices. Got this, and I don't know why this is happening. Let's do it again. Okay, nothing's happening really. And let's cut like this, and we can do that. Then let's cut another face in here. Let's tweak this a little bit. A little bit, not much. We don't need a lot. Control R. Just trying to get a better form. Just for the basic form. I've seen a tutorial. I think I'm gonna try to replicate now. So what I did is I added some geometry. And that, if you press number 3, it seems that it is on the surface, but it's not really. So there are parts that are on top of it. So what I can do is add a modifier, shrink wrap, not the mirror, the target object would be this. As you can see, it's already snapped, and then we can apply, and that saved a lot of time. That was a good tip. I've seen it. I woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know why. Alright, let's extrude along the normals. Teeny weeny. Now press 1. And just kinda structured or like mold properly. Then let's delete those faces and let's pick these, scale on the X 0 and N, and zero it out. Alright. There's a lot of noise. I'm not sure what's passing through or not. I don't know. I have no idea. Just too noisy in here. Which is expected for a working day. Okay. That is looking good. Now let's pick these faces, extrude along the normals. Same thing. Then again, delete those faces in here. There's only that face, okay. Then move these vertices to be 0 on X and maybe bisect on the X so that you can have a cleaner topology. Then press G. Okay. Okay, I'm moving just to create a more interesting shape. I don't know, maybe this is a light or something, I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't know. That looks like an advanced scooter, to be honest. I haven't seen many designed like this. Let's move this back up. And maybe is it C? Is it E? What is it? I have no clue. Okay, let's go left view. Push it inside. One for the vertices. Let's just clean things up. Let's bring the knife. Connect the edges. Let's do it again. Okay. Back to faces and let's extrude this guy inside. And let's delete those. Okay, let's save. Okay. Some final cleanings for the body. Oh yeah, I still want to do this part, this mod, I don't know, repellent or something like this for the back wheel. Also, it holds the license plate. So I want to finalize these two, and then maybe I'll move on to the texturing and have maybe a final look at things. But I think we're almost done. Alright, let's change the reference image to see what's happening in here. Let's isolate this. And Z. I haven't slept well yesterday. So let's add whatever topology is needed for these two. And then for this one. So 1, 2, and 3, and let's extrude. Sorry. If we press E, what will happen? Flip normals, dissolve orthogonal, proportional editing, orientation normal. Oh, okay. So we're already, if we do according to view, all right. Okay, before doing all of this, let's make sure that we don't have something weird happening. All right, back. Tab 3, 1. 3. But first, let's make this a bit bigger, maybe. Hey man, how are you? So is this the channel that I've been asking to see? Okay, so 1, 2, that should do the job for us. Okay. So we have an issue here. This is extruding along the normal, which we want, which we don't really need. No, we don't really want. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna extrude along the view, maybe. Yeah. And then we're gonna adjust things manually. Oh damn. It's fine. Let's just delete that face. Move this inwards. Let's bisect on the X. And let's just fix the mirroring issues. I'm sorry about the noise today. It's too noisy. Hopefully not a lot of it is being picked up by the mic. Construction sites all around the neighborhood. Okay, so this is a very small detail. It's not gonna really show, so I'm gonna put a lot of effort in it. Just to make it look a little bit believable. So let's go to the X-ray view and let's push it inwards. And let's push this out. Alright. So again, in terms of scale, this is how small this thing is, so we're not really worried about it. This is a bit too big, so let's make it a bit smaller. Alright. And let's just fix these and let's move on. And the next thing that I want to do that I really like is this orange cylindrical part, so that should be very easy to finalize. So let's press Shift A, cylinder. Let's reduce the vertices by, no, it shouldn't be in edit mode. Let's undo. Go to object mode, Shift A, mesh, cylinder. And that's maybe 10. The radius should be something like 0.1. The depth should be maybe like 0.01. Even this is too big. We can make it a bit smaller. Yeah, that's it, maximum. Add that, let's rotate it on the X by 90 degrees, move it out. Maybe here. Scale it down. Just positioning it properly. Wanna try this skin shrink wrap, see what's gonna happen. Oh no. But maybe if we delete the other faces, then shrink wrap. Yeah, that's much better. So what shrink wrap is doing is just projecting this face and onto this geometry. So this is perfect. Let's apply it, extrude it by a bit. Maybe we should extrude along the normals. Inset, that's the black part, and that's the orangey part. Yeah, let's add the mirror and flip it. And I think that should be it. Okay. So maybe I'm gonna add a license plate. It's gonna be probably 0.05 for now, just for now. Let's position it properly, rotate it, fix the dimensions. So maybe 0.01 and maybe less in terms of depth. Okay. 0.1, like 10 centimeters in terms of height, that makes sense. And width, I think it should be around 25 centimeters, that's too much, maybe 20, maybe even less, 15. These small details makes the difference, basically 0.08 maybe. Let's bevel everything. I'm gonna try a bevel modifier 0.001 maybe. Let's add some segments. Yeah, let's apply it. And then edit mode, faces, insert maybe 0.05. Let's try it again. Sometimes at the scale, you have to do it from here. And then let's extrude along the faces, along the normals. Yeah. So that's my lenses plate. Let's scale the whole thing to be a bit bigger. So select everything, scale it by a bit. Yeah, that's nice. Yamraj man, I'm happy you're here. All right. So just wanna fix this slide a bit. I don't know if I wanna use the same shrink wrap. Let me see something. Maybe we can do by vertex groups. So you can shrink wrap just the faces that are, or the vertices that are, let me try this. I don't know if I can do it round. I haven't done this before, but let's give it a try. So maybe if we select these vertices, somewhere, we should be able to give it maybe in the data, yes. So let's call this group, no, bottom, and assign it 100% weight, and maybe we go to object mode and shrink wrap this to the surface, but only the bottom group, not everything. It worked. So what happened is these bottom vertices got attached to the body of the motorcycle. So that solved a lot of issues. Let's apply it. Should apply the mirror first. Maybe like object mode. Apply it. Yeah, that's perfect. Then we can clean this up. Press 3. Okay, wait. Just cleaning up this backlight here. It's looking a bit weird. In my thumb. So we can still see this overlap between the light and the body, but that's because the topology is a bit different, so that's normal. That should be zeroed out. And maybe I want to bevel stuff. Yeah. So let's select these edges, the one on top, Control B. It's too much, yeah. Yep. So this is that. And I guess we should be almost done. Let's just have one final look at everything. 30 minutes in. Yeah. Okay. I still want to do something in here actually. So let's do that. Let's first see. Let's see it in top view. Let's pick this and this. Let's go to the X-ray vision. Just clean up this part a little bit. Then let's add some cuts here and on this part. Pick all the faces here. And then let's extrude. Let's first remove so we can see what's happening. Extrude faces along the normals. And let's make this a little bigger. And then let's pick these edges. And bevel it with the Control B. And then these edges, bevel it by a little bit less. And push number 7. Then push the whole thing. Alt Z, A. Then just position it a bit more. And then, because now the brakes and the clutch, or wherever there is no clutch, the brakes in here are now not fitting properly actually, so let's make this part bigger. So 7, Alt Z, tab, the vertices, and let's push this outwards. Maybe we can do some sort of a joint in here without the edges, just to give the illusion of this piece here in silver. So 3. It's not properly looping for some reason. It's fine. And let's do another extrude along the normals here. All right. Let's push the mirrors on top of it. All right. That's perfect. Just having one final look at everything here. So the next phase would be to prepare the textures. and basically they remapping first, and then we repaint everything. I just want to make this a little bit bigger. So top, Alti. I don't know why I'm a bit slower on stream. Maybe I'm thinking about too many things at the same time. Alright, so let's think about this now. So we have this piece, which is the head. The whole body is into one. Let's pick. Just try to figure things out. Okay, so this is maybe too big now that I'm looking at it from this angle. This is all working fine. Okay. Anyways, so that's done. Now it's time to do the unwrapping. I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole thing on stream. It's not that interesting, to be honest. But I'm just wanna have one final look at my geometry. I don't know, maybe we can join this and this and this and this. But in terms of painting, yeah, they're gonna be the same thing in the end. Yep, they're gonna be the same thing in the end. So we can join the whole of these. So we end up with one texture for all of this. I'm not sure if this rotates with the wheels. So when you rotate the wheel, it's doing local, let's do global. Does this whole thing rotate with it? I don't know. I guess not. No. So this is. Let me have a look. Let's check it out. Alright, mopeds. So what happens when you turn the wheel on a moped? Moped steering. Okay, so it's a different design what I'm finding. So I don't really know, to be honest. But I think it makes sense for it to turn with the wheel. Because that's the whole point, no? From this. Okay, so I'm not gonna attach this. So let's join all of this. P, Ctrl P. Not parents, I wanna join. Let's think about this again. So all of this. Is it joined? Let's add this to it as well. Why aren't we joining? Ctrl J. P is a completely different function. When you lose your mind. And let's rename this to scooter body, so we know what we're using. There are a lot of stuff in here. This can all be one thing. Ctrl J, F2, rear mod protection. Should end up with like a maximum of 5 objects in the end. Oh, these are the mirrors. Okay, so the mirrors have lost their parent. This is why they They're acting weird. Anyway, that's fixable. So we have this. Anyways, I think we need only one mirror for now, so let's forget about. Or maybe we can fix that. That's fine. So let's start to fix these stuff. Okay. And this, and then doesn't this have a mirror? Modifier into it. Let's hide this. So this is one object. I think it should be joined with this. So let's do a Ctrl J. And honestly, maybe the whole mirror should be just an object. Or maybe these just an object. I don't think I'm gonna paint these anyway, so. No mesh data to join. Okay, because I'm joining a curve with a mesh, which makes sense. So this is no longer a curve, and is this still a curve? So Ctrl J. Perfect. That's the seed. Let's keep it by itself. We can join these guys. Oh, I don't know, storage. Alt-M. How can you clear a... I don't know, let's just move things outside of it. I don't want this collection. So maybe we can just delete it somehow. Delete, so just X. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This needs a new parent. This one is the headlight. Steering. That's by itself. So that would be by itself. Then the shock absorbance should be one object. The wheel hub, the wheel, yeah, that's the wheel, not the tire, should be one object. This is one object, this is one object, that's one object, that's one object, yeah. Same thing when it comes to this, that's all. Let's add this to them. And I think all of these can be handled together actually. Or not. Yeah, they're gonna be attached together. Yep. So when you rotate the wheel, everything rotates together. Anyway, the back wheel won't rotate like this. It's probably it will rotate like this. So Alt H. This requires its mirror modifier using this object and this using this object. Okay, everything's coming along. I'm still thinking about how many objects am I ending up with, right? So this is the, what do we call these? The handlebars. So the handlebars, the brakes, they can be together, I think, with the mirrors, with all of this, like with the headlight, all of this can be just one object. Can be one texture as well, which I think is a better idea. And all of this okay. Yeah. I think this can be added to the body as well. So that's the body. We don't need the mirror in here, or we do? Okay, we do. So what we're gonna do is select one of the faces, press L, P, let's separate this license plate. Let's convert this into a mesh, then let's join this together. Alright, so what's this? Okay, I can convert that into a mesh, and then we can join it with the rest. So this is this part. Let's call the cube, let's call it rear suspension and exhaust. Press enter. So we have this. These are the brakes. That's the camera, doesn't really matter. Let's call this the front thingy, the accurate name for it. This, I think I'm gonna join it to that. So I'm gonna convert this to a mesh as well. And I'm gonna join it with the storage. So that's the storage. These are the mirrors. So these are the mirrors, cylinders, lights, these are lights, back protection, scooter body, the seat, the headlight, the handlebar, the mud breakers. What's this? Okay, both of these can die. Then in here, this is the front wheel. This is the front tire. These are the shock absorbent, and then these are the mirror handles, and this is the back tire. Let's duplicate this, let's select that, let's do Shift S, cursor to selected, and then let's do Shift S, selection to cursor, and then let's rename this to be back wheel. So let's unhide everything, select the whole scooter, press M, Okay, let's do it again. New collection. Sports scooter. So now we have the whole thing. Just wait a minute. Let's delete this, let's pick this, let's go to select objects, press Q. Add to quick favorites, now. Select objects. Okay. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so we can still join everything in here together. That's one object. That's one object. That's one object. I think we can join these two as well. I'm just thinking of the amounts of textures that I have to create. Like, okay, so let's do another each. Like, this is definitely doesn't need a texture by itself, so this with this can be one object. Right? Right. The wheels and the tires can be one object. Right? Right. Control J. This will kind of rotate with the wheels. Even though the mirror is behaving a bit weirdly, but what we can do is select this and apply the mirror and join these together. So now all of this is one, all of this is one, and even all of this can be one, but painting it would be a pain in the ass, so let's join all of these guys together. I think I can do it. Ctrl J. So this is the headlight. Okay. So before joining, let's apply the mirror here. And let's convert this into a mesh. Let's apply the mirror here. Let's apply the mirror here. And now let's pick all of that. Let's say Ctrl J. Let's do an F2 and let's call this the headlight. So now we have a headlight, we have a body. The body and the seat all can be into one object. What did we do is, let's apply the mirror here. Let's apply the mirror here. Shade smooth flat or shade auto smooth. Again, just minimizing the amount of. Let's do this together. I'm doing this together just because. Okay. I think this is what's gonna happen. I don't think this is what's gonna happen. And actually this is gonna happen. yeah, we have to fix the point of orientations. So this one, let's do it now. Let's pick this. Let's just add a vertex in here, somewhere in here. Let's do Shift S, cursor to selected, and then let's do right click, set origin to 3D cursor, and now this will rotate from here. Which makes much more sense. And then once we join these two together, let's also set the origin to 3D cursor and see what's gonna happen. Doesn't make much sense. It should rotate from here, somewhere in here. So let's pick this, Shift S, cursor to selected, and then let's go to set origin to 3D cursor. Yep. I think it should be local. Not this local. Individual origins. Yeah, but global. Yep. And if we unhide the lights from here, I think we're done. So we have the back wheel. We have the front wheel. We have the headlight. We have the rear suspension. And we have what's called the storage. Let's call this the body. I can attach the rear suspension to the body, but I just don't want this headache, to be honest. Moment. So I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna do the unwrapping off stream, just because it's as boring as this last 15 minutes of renaming everything. It's not that interesting. And then we're gonna come back to stream when we are painting the textures, basically. So anyway, thank you everyone for joining, and I'll see you in the